It's me, Josh Hunter. I'm here on the planet Earth, and I'd like to see if I'd like to try out a theory, or at least I guess this is more like open processing. I must be honest. This is a reaction to general frustration. Um, More people smoking cigarettes right near me, and for some reason it seems like you'd have a sense after a certain amount of years or whatever where to smoke and where not to smoke, and for some reason they don't get it. They don't understand, and I don't know. You'd think there'd be something to indicate to people like now is really not the time to be smoking cigarettes. But what can you do, huh? Anyway, I'd like to propose a theory of what some people would say is well, I somewhat believe that people are moving much faster than they ought to be. And you got to realize the Earth is moving at 66,000 miles an hour, okay? And any step you take, you're moving faster than the Earth. Now, generally speaking, if you're someone who is constantly driving a car, constantly on any type of a motored vehicle, anything really that just goes extremely fast, in an airplane, a train, you are moving faster than the Earth. And in some ways, if I'm not mistaken, you get ahead of the Earth. Remember, the Earth is moving in a fixed rotation, in a fixed space. So some people believe that they can see the future because since they know that the Earth is going to be in a certain spot, they get there beforehand and they do whatever and they set up their fucking programs, and they think that that means that they can see the future or whatever it is that they think they're doing. Thing is, if you go too fast, you don't know what you've missed. And you also don't know who's ahead of you as well. I've brought this up before, but if you guys who are into your space exploration and your desire to fucking, leave the Earth and set up your colonies on other planets and that type of thing, like I don't know why anyone believes that will ever happen. I mean, while we have a society like this anyway, do you believe that you will be able to take resources from the Earth and export them to other planets? Do you think that's going to happen? Honestly. While you still smoke cigarettes. You guys can't even stand 2 months in isolation, and you want to go to Mars? You can't make it through 2 measly little wimpy months in isolation, and you want to go to Mars. Like, you want to build spaceships, you want to do all these things, you want to build colonies? Like, what? It's absurd. And you're still smoking cigarettes. What makes you think that activity is going to what makes you think that's going to be transferable to any place other than here? I don't know. Personally, yeah, cigarettes don't technically bother me that much, but it's just so constant. And how do I escape it? What do I got to do? What sign do I have to put up to say and show, don't smoke cigarettes near me, don't ask me for a cigarette, don't ask me for a lighter? I mean, these guys, it seemed like it seems deliberate. That's what, when they gathered here, they didn't, it's not like, I know what a natural thing looks like. I know what nature looks like, okay? And these guys, they all showed up at the same time. Came from 3 separate spaces and showed up right here, probably about, maybe 20 feet away. and this guy said, "Oh, hey, can I get a cigarette?" And they all just started chatting, and it's just a sound. It's such a terrible sound. Maybe not the like the sound of people smoking cigarettes, the sound of people just not caring about their health, not caring about their life. Like, it's disrespectful and it's offensive. I'm not talking about the smell. I smell a lot of things. I haven't taken a shower in over 2 years. You think a smell is going to bother me? It's the fact that these beings have such, you know, um, well-designed bodies, and it means nothing to them. Nothing. It's wasteful and it's offensive. And I really do not, I really do not prefer to observe waste, because then I have to include it in my calculations. Okay? Which means I am constantly calculating. I am constantly taking very many things into consideration. And so, now, included in my calculations are 3 individuals who could have chosen to not smoke cigarettes, who could have chosen to not ask for cigarettes, or at the very least could have chosen to smoke their cigarettes anywhere else. They chose to do that right here, right next to me. So now that goes into my calculations for further things. You think I'm never going to see these people again? And when I do, what do you think I'm going to do? If I have the option, if I have to choose between them and somebody else, like if I get put into a position where it says, okay, you get to live comfortably and happy and enjoy your life, but there's only 3 spots, okay, and there's 6 people. Who do you think I'm going to choose? You think I'm going to choose the people whose lives mean nothing to them? Or am I going to choose the people who have actually decided that they're going to make their life mean something to them, and they're going to be grateful for the gifts they've been given? Not to say that I'd ever be in that position, but I'm just giving an example of logic. Because you don't know who's watching. Alright, yeah, I'm here, but there could be like an actual, you know, like divine, I don't use the word divine, let's say like there could be like a judge here, like someone, like a very astute judge I mean, you know, alright, I don't know, that's a bit much. So, alright, pardon if this video seems like, you know, pointless or whatever, but I don't, I need to, I'm manually compartmentalizing these feelings of frustration that people don't understand the severity of what's going on, the severity of it, and I'm wondering if I'm not communicating accurately, because by my count, you've been told that cigarettes are bad for you for probably more than 80 years at this point. I don't know when the campaign started to tell you, hey, maybe you shouldn't be smoking cigarettes. And that's just one thing. And it's illegal to smoke cigarettes in Santa Monica. So I mean, also, you know, the air is supposed to remain clean here, and there's a fucking coronavirus going on, which is a respiratory disease, or at least part of its effects affect the respiratory system. Like, it is so disrespectful. It is. Like, if someone you cared about was right next to you who had the coronavirus, would you smoke a cigarette and blow it right in their fucking face? Would you? Like, think about the person you care about the most, and think about some asshole just blowing smoke into their face. How does that make you feel? How can people be so inconsiderate? And also, nobody is bringing up cigarettes with regards to this coronavirus. I haven't heard even one thing about, let's try. Do you realize that during this period where people have been inside, I don't know if this was already happening, but one of the biggest holes in the ozone layer has closed. I think the biggest hole in the ozone layer has closed. You know, I don't know what to do. Like, it seems like such a simple thing. It seems like such a simple thing to make cigarettes illegal. All people can do is complain about it. And then if people really want it, they can fucking grow their own tobacco. Okay? Like, when people want something, nothing stops them, okay? Like, no, when people really, really, really want something, they'll get it. Like, you can shut down the tobacco industry, okay? The tobacco industry is not as scary as you think. I saw The Insider. Russell Crowe was great in that film. I think, yeah, I think I could take him on. I'm a tough guy. I mean, I wouldn't play it like that. I wouldn't fucking, you know. Oh, wait a minute. That's based on a real person. Fuck, what was his name? That was a great movie. Guy lost everything to stand up for something he believed in. What would it take if I wanted to take down the entire tobacco industry? What would I have to do? What is something that not very many people know about that I could use or exploit to take down the entire tobacco industry? Yes, that's something I should think about. Let me take some time. Private property. Private property. The air is private property, so the cigarette particles I'm declaring are not allowed to be in the air. I'm declaring the air as being private property and the cigarette particles have to leave. Sorry, pal. Private property. Can't be here. Can't be here. Goodbye, cigarette particles. I can't tell if this is lame or not. Well, let's see. Alright. I want to see what happens to the entire tobacco industry over the next two years. Let's start something here. Let's see if this fucking industry exists in 2 years. I wonder if anyone's going to take me seriously now.